Hey YouTube, Mark Coffman here, and today I want to talk to you about the TIMEX TW2T10300. Okay, either that or known as, I believe they call it the MK1. And this is the watch. I picked this up on eBay, as everybody's been saying, for $28. And for $28, this is pretty killer. So really quick, let's just do a size comparison. So here's a Breitling Colt, and then there is the TIMEX. The TIMEX is 40 millimeters, the Breitling is 41 millimeters. So it's definitely bigger than the original. And here we go, and that's what it looks like on the wrist. Definitely big, easy to read, and very simple. But the reason why I changed this watch off of the NATO strap, I like NATOs. I have no problem with them. But if you've seen the movie Bullitt, you will immediately recognize this look. Now, I know Steve McQueen wore a Benrus, okay? And that was a Benrus mechanical field watch, and that was probably a military issue watch or maybe a pedestrian model, but it was this exact look. Very a field watch dial on a black leather strap with a matte finished case. His was probably around 35 millimeters, which, you know, it was, I think it was just that size was the size of the period, you know. So we had watches. So here's a vintage Elegant watch, and vintage watches were like that size. So we'll just do this. So I mean, they were definitely smaller, and this was probably more accurate to the size of what his was. But one of the things that I like about this is it has a Hesalite crystal. And Hesalite actually gives off a more clear crystal, I guess, perspective or filtering, I mean, versus a regular crystal. Let me see if I have one of those. So here we go. So here is one of the clearer crystals you can get, and this is Hardlex. Now this is a Hardlex crystal from a Seiko, I think it was an SRPD Seiko 5. And these are some of the clearer crystals that you can get, even clearer than sapphire, for me at least. But I feel that this gives a much clearer reading than even that crystal there. But it scratches. But the other thing you can do is you can get a tube of Polywatch, which I believe I have a bottle of that somewhere, and it is probably somewhere on my desk, and I just can't locate it right now. But you can get a bottle of Polywatch and a cotton t-shirt or anything like that, and just scrub out or buff out the scratch. But that's what I like about this. It's very faithful to the originals with a little bit of an updated size. The case is made out of aluminum. It has a stainless steel back. Personally, I am not that bothered by the fact it has 3 meters water resistancy. You know, I'm probably only going to be wearing this on land, and I'm not going to be dunking it in any kind of water. So I'm not too worried about that. And, you know, I'm not worried about water resistancy. The thing about the battery is it takes a 2016 cell, and these battery cells are rather large. Let me even see if I have one of those on hand. And I am fresh out of those as well. No, actually, I think I have one. Yeah, so here is a 2016 battery cell, and they're rather big but slim. And the thing that this will allow you to have is a nice long battery life, but if you use the Indiglo function on this, it'll actually affect that life of the battery. Now I'm going to switch off a light here just so you can see this a little better. And there we go. So there's the Indiglo feature, and let me even turn this one off. Yeah, there we go. Indiglo is pretty blue on this watch. And there we go. Steady the camera. And let me get this other light on. So there we go. So yeah, the Indiglo feature is really good on this, but the hands do glow and the indices do glow, but not very well. But other than that, I really like the watch. I feel at $28, it's a guilty pleasure. Just, you know, just buy it, just get it. It's not going to cost an arm and a leg, and you get kind of a vintage look. So I think it's a great buy. I think it's a great addition to somebody's EDC. And if you want to have a cheap watch for your EDC, this is probably the way to go. It's reliable, it's going to do its job, and it's easy to read. So, and that I think is going to be my review and just talking about this watch and why I have it done the way it is. So thank you guys again for joining me for another YouTube video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, let me know in the comments. And remember, wherever you are, night or day, I hope you are having a great one.